people who have joined from various parts of the world. So, as you all know, we do this series of webinar every 2 weeks on Saturday at the same time with the same link. These are the series of webinars on healthcare research and innovation landscape in Pakistan, and it's done under the Association of Pakistani Physicians of North America, or APPNA, Medical Education, Research, International Training, and Transport Technology Subcommittee. So in acronym is APPNA MERIT Subcommittee. So today, and it's my distinct pleasure to welcome all of you. My name is Dr. Sarfraz Hasni, and I'm a rheumatologist by training. I'm Director of Lupus Clinical Research at the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland. And I'm the moderator of this session, and we have panelists were Dr. Saeed Uzair, Dr. Sarwat Hussain, and Dr. Umar Hayat. Our technical support is through Waleed and his team. Before I go on to the introduction, one point I would like to communicate is that if you have any questions, please put in the Q&A tab, which you can see at the bottom of your screen, and we will be looking at the Q&A, and at the end of the webinar, we'll try to get to as many Q&As as possible. The other announcement is that we have created a WhatsApp group, which has a lot of resources in terms of clinical research, in terms of other digital libraries. So it's a very good resource for you to go and use. If you would like to have access to that, we can put the link in the chat, and you can use that to access those links. With that, it's my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome Dr. Mohammed ASHRAF Tahir, who is the Director General of Punjab Forensic Science Agency in Lahore, Pakistan. He's known as the forensic leader of Pakistan. He does his Ph.D. from Glasgow, UK, and then joined the Crime Lab Police Department in Ohio, United States. Later on, he moved to Illinois State Police Forensic Sciences, where he served for 15 years and set up a forensic lab in Indianapolis. In 2004, he established his own private forensic lab, the Strand Analytical Lab, and then requested by Ohio State to set up another forensic lab in the coroner's office there as an executive director. He also served as the U.S. FBI director on DNA Advisory Board to make Q&A standards for the forensic DNA analysis in the U.S. and achieve FBI's Director Award in 2000. He has published more than 100 forensic articles and presented his work at various national and international conferences, and has recognition of his service. USA has given him various prestigious awards. In 2011, the Punjab government requested that Pakistan desperately need his services for a national cause to establish Punjab Forensic Science Agency, where he has been working as Director General. He also has additional charge of the DG, the Punjab Agriculture and Food Authority. He is also helping the Sindh government to establish a similar forensic agency in Sindh. The government of Pakistan has awarded him various awards like Pride of Performance, Sitara Imtiaz, Development Leadership Award, and he has developed this proof of concept by creating a state-of-the-art lab in Pakistan, which is similar to what the work he has been doing in the US. Some of the high-profile cases that he has solved in both Pakistan and outside, for example, the Mike Tyson versus State of Indiana case, and the Gary Dotson versus State of Illinois, Sam Shepard versus State of the famous fugitive movie was based on that, and was the case was unsolved for a very long time, and Dr. Saab was instrumental in solving that case. I'm sure he will talk a little bit about it during the talk also. And the two of the famous cases like the Lahore Sialkot motorway gang rape case, the Zara murder case, and so forth. The list goes on, and of course, he has a large portfolio of achievement, and but we are all here to listen from him and learn from him and see how he has been able to achieve all of this in a limited resources, and I have been emulated his expertise and his work in Pakistan. So with this, I would hand it over to Dr. Mohammed Ashraf Tahir to please inform us about his achievements and what he has been able to do. And of course, we are all waiting to listen from him. So, Dr. Saab, please take it away. Again, welcome and thank you to all the participants for joining.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabiyya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Assalamu alaikum. Hello?
We do hear you, Dr. Muhammad Ashraf.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you very well. If you're trying to
I
share
did-
any slides, we are not able to see the slides though.
Waleed, if there is any issue, you can run the slide, please.
Sure, I will run.
You can't see the slide?
We cannot see the slides, but we can hear you and
cannot, but-
see you.
Yeah, Waleed is going to put the slide. Don't worry. He's there. He's going
Okay.
to show the slide.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. As Dr. Saab, you know that I belong to a village. I was born in a village near, namely Bahadur Ke Uki, near Toba Teksek. And the school's name was BC High School, Maurusipur. It was one of the oldest high school in the Sangalbar because even Toba Teksek was a tehsil. Toba did not have a school. We had a school in our, that school has contributed a lot to the area. There's a lot of education there. And there was boarding house. People used to come from far, even Karachi and Lahore. There was a boarding house in the school in a village. And this is the few pictures of the high school. This gate is about 100 years old. And this is the botanical garden, which I have built there in the memory of my elder brother, Dr. Sarwar, for the high school. And this state-of-the-art botanical garden, which most of the colleges won't have that. This is the biology lab, which I built and dedicated to my parents in the high school biology lab. And I can tell you, most of the colleges would not have this kind of facility and equipment. All the money I spent from my own pocket to contribute to the school, because what I am today, I am because of Pakistan and because of this school. Then I joined the Agricultural University in 1965 after high school and graduated with BS degree and master's degree. Then I go to Scotland, University of Clyde, Royal College. Started professional career in US 1977. Served in different positions and resigned in 2011 as Executive Director Cahoga Regional Forensic Science Laboratory, Cleveland. I am among the scientists who contributed and witnessed establishment of forensic DNA analysis in the United States of America. Actually, when I started, the forensic biology was rudimentary. I evolved from this. I have done all those tests from ABO blood group to all the evolution, to the molecular level, to DNA. I served on the FBI Director Advisory Board to set up the quality assurance standards. Punjab Forensic Laboratory was established in 2011. Forensic science in Pakistan. First forensic science laboratory was built in British India in 1906. And if we compare, USA first lab was built in late 30s on the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Chicago Police Department and Northwestern University opened up a lab. That was the first lab in USA in 1936. And this is the building and built in 19. Now I show you how was it inside. This is the inside of that lab. It's not, it is very bad, actually. It is shame to call this even a lab. You pay the money, get the report. That's all it was. And you can see the lab. During 2007, Punjab Provincial Assembly passed an Act of 2007 to build the Forensic Science Agency in Lahore, and under the Section 3 of that Act, the agency was built. This is the state-of-the-art, world's second largest full-service forensic laboratory, was established at the cost of 2.56 billion rupees. This cost included construction of facilities, state-of-the-art equipment, training of 32 scientists in USA, which includes tuition, room and board, airfare, 2-year salary of PFSA staff included. Comprised of 14 different disciplines, state-of-the-art equipment and state-of-the-art training, mock crime scene training facility. These are the few pictures of the lab, the agency during construction. Now I will go to 4-minute documentary.
In this dawn of new technology, forensic science is a rapidly growing discipline. The tools available to forensic researchers are also evolving quickly to shape the new world of justice. Chief Minister Punjab, under the Digital Punjab Vision, started the innovative project of Punjab Forensic Science Agency. It was a challenge to understand the unique requirements of Punjab Forensic Science Laboratory. Pakistan did not have any human resource in this field. As a solution, an agreement with Cuyahoga County, Ohio, USA, was signed to train 32 scientists in 14 different forensic fields. Later on, they played a key role to train newly hired scientific staff in the technical know-how which they acquired from United States. The development of Punjab Forensic Science Laboratory was completed within the record time of 2 years and started its operations on October 30th, 2011, with the second largest full-service forensic lab of the world, with an aim to revamp the justice system and curb terrorism. Now, a state-of-the-art and fully equipped with the most modern technologies and techniques, Punjab Forensic Science Agency is functioning to fight crime and terrorism. Audio-visual unit is one of the 14 disciplines which conduct high-quality examination of video recordings and images taken from crime scenes. The Audio-Visual Analysis Department is equipped with latest forensic tools for audio and video analysis, which are used all over the world in forensic community. Computer Forensic Department, with state-of-the-art equipment and hardware, is formed to provide reliable analysis of digital record of cybercrime. While crime scene investigation is formed to preserve, recognize, package, store, and transport the physical evidence found at crime scenes by utilizing up-to-date, state-of-the-art technologies. Firearms and Tool Marks Department aids by performing comparison of bullets and cartridges against the available evidence, the identification of real ownership, and determines the distance at which the gun was fired. Also, this section restores the serial numbers of guns and stolen vehicles. Trace Chemistry Department of the Punjab Forensic Science Agency is responsible for the analysis and identification of unknown trace evidence, such as explosives, paint, hair, fibers, tape, gunshot residuals, etc. Gunshot residue is to find the shooter of the weapons, etc., using best equipment and state-of-the-art modern technology at world-class standards. Latent Finger Marks Department develops latent prints from the physical evidence and compares those fingers' palm prints with known prints of the suspect, and also provides expert opinion on finger and palm prints in the courts of law. Narcotics Department effectively identifies illegal and controlled substances to combat drug trafficking using state-of-the-art technology at the international standard. Forensic Toxicology Department is responsible for the identification of unknown poison in suspicious deaths and their metabolites after ingestion by human and animals to aid the cause of death. Forensic pathology deals with the cause, manner, and mechanism of death. It establishes the factors leading to death, along with nature of injuries, collaborating with Forensic Toxicology section. Forensic DNA and serology allows biological evidence to be analyzed in cases such as homicides, murders, sexual assault, rape, child abuse, child molestation, armed robberies, drug trafficking, and any place where human contact is suspected to establish the physical link using state-of-the-art equipment following international standards. The Question Documents Department of the Punjab Forensic Science Agency, Lahore, is responsible for examining any document about which the authenticity has been questioned. These examinations can take many forms. They include the examination of handwriting, signature to determine its author, the examination of typewriting, the examination of altered documents, the examination of indentations on paper, the non-destructive examination of links, and other types of examinations finally testify in the courts of law.
The state-of-the-art laboratory is equipped with the most modern equipment, state-of-the-art technology, nothing different what we do in United States and other Western countries. We challenge that any result which we issue report about, you can take to the credible lab in the world and we will defend this report.
Now, the PFSA is fully functional with its operation at full swing, with an aim to provide speedy justice by supplying credible, accurate, and objective evidence from medical and legal proceedings. PFSA is transforming the justice system for the betterment of our nation.
Yes, this was a format for an nominal documentary. This is entrance. There are certain rules which are obeyed by everybody. No cell phone can enter the building. Every scientist has to deposit cell phone, USB, computer. Nobody can visit or scientists are not allowed to take any food inside the building. There are reasons why, so we will talk later on. So this is the history wall, because starting from the agency, the day one groundbreaking till today, all the important events are put on the walls like this. This is our conference room, which we meet. On the right side, you see all those Muslim old scientist pictures are there, and their brief history, what they have done in this field, their respective field. Due to professionalism, the PFSA earned confidence of judiciary, stakeholder, criminal justice, federal agencies, international forensic community, and general public. PSA being a current deputy is providing forensic expertise all across Pakistan. PFS outreach has been expanded through 11 divisional satellite stations. These stations are 7 days open, because any crime happens in the Punjab, they are first responded upon the request of police. They go and collect the evidence, seal it, tamper-proof seal, and make a chain of custody and ready to come to the laboratory. Annual budget of the PFSA is about 2,000 million rupees, which the salary budget is about 1,200 million, and non-salary is about 815 million. Total human resources 1,054, scientific staff is 357, admin staff is 501, vacant positions are 186. Right now we are interviewing those, and they are going to be filled in a very short time. Human resource development. Highly qualified scientists having a PhD or MPhil degrees were selected. I selected those because that was my requirement. I will hire and fire. I selected those. I gave them written test, interviews, and everything. Then 32 scientists were selected on a merit basis, and they were brought to the United States. And they were trained here for 8 months. But since I had to save money, they were working 16 hours. So that actually it was a 16-month training. More than 180 scientists have been sent abroad for short courses from 2 weeks to 2-month courses to United States, UK, Australia, France, Germany, Switzerland, Czech Republic, Ireland for refresher courses, and it did not cost any penny to Punjab. So, more than 70 publications, international journals, conferences have been presented or published in world-class journals. Although our scientist job is not to research, but we have a procedure development, even in toxicology, we have developed maybe 15 different methods which other people are using across the world. PFSA provides testing service to criminal justice system in 14 different areas. These are 14 are major, then they are subdivided also. There are more than 14 areas. We receive test requests from evidence from law enforcement agencies, the judiciary. After testing, as per international standards, reports are issued and to the concerned officer. We appear in the court of law about our results if we are asked to do so. These are 14 different disciplines we talked earlier in the video. So I'll go through this next slide. Satellite station. 11 satellite stations have been established at regional headquarters. Actually, in the beginning, Chief Minister wants every district of the Punjab. I resisted that. I can't keep the quality. Quality is more important. Since elections were coming, they say we need to do. I say, okay, I will do it, but I will give undertaking. I'm not responsible for the quality of the work. So then say, what is your thought? I say, okay, let us start with the 9 divisions of Punjab. And then once we are satisfied with that, and we will go by one. So we completed that at 9 divisions. Now we have added 3 more districts, Toba, Teksik, Miyawali, and Himyarka, with the cost of 772 million rupees. All stations remain fully functional 24/7. Divisional settlement, apart from crime scene processing, these stations also impart training, evidence collection training to local police and law enforcement agencies. With all these efforts, coverage of crime scenes at each divisional headquarters increased. Performance of satellite station is monitored at PFSA headquarters around the clock. So these are the ways when the call comes to PFSA, that's all. Within 5 minutes, they should leave the building, they should be on the road. So now they are going to crime scene people. These are our crime scene. These are scientists with MPhil or MS degrees, and they have training about 8 months training, very stringent training. So now we have mock crime scene. This is a very unique thing. I don't think any lab in the United States have that, because I've seen many labs. I have actually audited many labs for accreditations. This is only this kind of thing is only the FBI training lab. It's called Hogan's Alley in West Virginia. So I copy that thing. This is a whole house built inside the laboratory, and the real cases are marked, like rape case, sexual assault, robbery, armed robbery. So like sets are made like a movie. So this is a TV lounge. This is a breakfast area. This is a bedroom. There's another bedroom. There's a kitchen. There is a car also, which there are crimes happen within the car. Dead body is transferred, illegal game is transferred, rape happened in the car, drug is transported in the car. There are so many things. So we process, we teach them in a real way, and so they can learn how to process the crime scene. There's a bank also. I created a bank. Within the bank, there is an ATM. There's a full office like strong room, everything inside. There's a full bazaar. All kind of shops are there. So the forensic DNA serology. Forensic DNA serology, firearm. These are few pictures you already heard in that video. These scientists are trained to repair guns also, because most of the guns which we receive after recovering from the suspect, they are damaged. We have to make a fire so we can get the bullet, and that can be compared with the bullet or empty from the crime scene to match with the gun. Every bullet is a unique, every gun is a unique. One bullet coming out of a gun can only match with the same gun. It is called mechanical fingerprint. So these scientists are trained to repair, make part, to make it functional so they can test fire. Okay, firearm toolbox, there is a software. I'll talk next slide. So later fingerprint lab. So narcotics. This is a narcotic portion of the narcotic lab where evidence is opened when the case comes in, do the presumptive testing, presumptive testing. And then after presumptive testing, then they go for confirmation. This is the instrument lab for portion of the instrument lab. We have about 23 GCMSs for this laboratory. So highly technical and a lot of equipment. Pathology, histology, tissue strainer. So specimens of interest of forensic toxicology, antemortem specimens are blood, urine, gastric cleavage. Postmortem specimens, blood, urine, gastric contacts, liver, if blood is not available. Here only for chronic exposure. Vetus haber for postmortem alcohol analysis. Toxicology, sample preparation lab portion of the laboratory. It's just a small portion of the lab. Toxicology instrumentation lab. This is highly equitable. If you count how much is, it's about $15 million worth of equipment is only in this laboratory. Question documents, as you heard about, is the forged checks, and the kind of every document, property documents, everything comes here. Polygraph, very useful polygraph, in other words, lie detection. 42% of the people confess during training, during test in our test, and it's highly reliable. We have proficiency test, we do confirm with that. So these are uncontrollable senses which human cannot control, and that's what we measure for. It's like when body temperature goes up, the perspiration is there, cardiovascular change. Taste chemistry, these are electron microscopes. We have 4 pieces of electron microscope, and 2 of them we purchased. 2 I was able to get the donation from somebody overseas. Achievements of PFSA. PFSA, why it is the second largest lab? No lab in the world receives that many cases what we receive. We receive approximately 150,000 cases per year. No lab can even come close to that. And then if we talk about exhibits, they range from 50 to 2,000 pieces of evidence in our case. Let us say we talk about 15 items per case, we approximately analyze 1.9 million pieces of evidence per year. So far, up to 2022, we received cases 924,000. 88,000 reports have 880,000 reports have been generated. The cases pending 0.93 and incomplete cases closed. Incomplete means evidence we have portion of evidence. Let's say that we have a bullet from the case, crime scene, and we did not have a gun. Till gun comes in, we cannot do the case. So those are closed, but not forever. If evidence comes back, we will reopen the case. So comparison of backlog. We were taught all the time from courts, all the PFSA backlog, but PFSA this, PFSA that. So I took the data, United States, 32% backlog. United Kingdom, 27% backlog. There's no lab in the world which has no backlog. Republic of Ireland, 36%. Canada, 28%. Panama, 38%. PFSA, 0.93%. And we were still blamed. I don't know. But I can challenge, I always challenge the courts that you tell us a single case in the history of 11 years. If court has asked us, informed us the case is going to court, we have delivered the report to the court before the court date. That's challenge. That's why this is the largest lab for under one roof, all the disciplines. And there is no difference. What we have been doing in United States, that's what is done in PFSA. And there will be a question, for example, how do you keep up with the current knowledge? Every scientist must go for continuing education once a year, mandatory. And if somebody doesn't go, there will be a similar reaction. We either send people abroad, we do get learn new technology, what has happened in 1 year, the video conference, or there are ways that we will get a continuing education. And accreditation of PFSA, as you see, we have 7 department we have accredited, other we are ready, not that we cannot do, we are not ready, but COVID comes in, we did not get accreditation for Pakistan, we got from United Kingdom, because if we are good, we must go for a best accreditation. Accreditation, final remarks of the chief assessor from United Kingdom Accreditation Services, UCAS. It was first time in 10 years I had known of an organization going for assessment and to only have one minor non-compliance out of 228 clauses. PFSA role model for other organizations all over the world. No lab is complete unless they have 3 databases. In the beginning, we did not have a single one, but I was determined to do that. And first, I started with the DNA database because it's not government effort, and I started myself. Any sample, any case comes in, we will store the DNA profile and make a database. And then I ask money because it costs money to have a criminal samples, just like in Canada and USA we have been doing, but it costs a lot of money, so government was not able to do that. Firearm was another one. We got that, and so far, any gun comes to us, where it will be 3D pictures of the empty casing, and the bullet will be stored in the data. So far, we have 100,000 profiles. Out of those, old cases, 845 cases has been solved. When I say hit, they are solved, which were 14, 15, 20 years old cases. And DNA cases have been solved. You heard a few of them. The last one was fingerprint. Last one, I have big hurdle because it cost 495 million rupees. Money was allocated to us for the last 5 years. Police did not went. Every time when it comes to we will want to purchase, and they will say, no, we had it. So I had to return the money. So finally, 2 years ago, I was able to get the database, and it's functioning now. So far, we have 290,000 people profile of fingerprint from different people, and out of those, 130 cases have been solved, which were old cases, which are murder, rapes, and sexual assault. They were never solved. But police has millions of profiles they don't want to share with us. But Since jails are under Home Department control, we are taking fingerprint from the jail. Every day we receive about 1,000 to 1,200 people's fingerprint every day, real time. With the limited funds for PFSA, since we did not have a training budget, but I was able to start training in the at the time, so I was able to have 38,000 officials from various law enforcement agencies have been trained. These are agencies, 23 agencies have been gone through training, and total number of trained individuals were 38,000. Now we have established a Center of Forensic Sciences. So training of staff from food, drug, and agriculture testing laboratories. All these scientists, food, agriculture, and pharmaceutical, they are trained here. And they used to go abroad, and I was able to save 4,500 millions in foreign exchange. They were going to go to UK. They are all trained for high-tech equipment and in our laboratory. Total expenditure since inception of the agency. Total cost, purchase of land till all consumables, everything till 2022, it was 73 million US dollars. Out of that, 43 billion US dollars, I was able to acquire money by training people from abroad, foreign assistant, teachings, and training from the. So I was able to get donations, some of the donations for the equipment. I never got money. I never accept money because there will be corruption. Because even if I don't do anything, they will still say we have done corruption. So I give them specifications of equipment. They buy it, and they deliver it. No money is handled at the PFSA. Project implementation phase. Establishment of training lab at PFSA. Training lab will serve as a center of excellence in the field of training in Pakistan. It will save Pakistan. It will save foreign exchange by training scientists of PFSA, Punjab Agriculture, Food and Drug National Forensic Sciences, KP, Sindh Lab, Balochistan Lab, and trainees from international laboratories. When I solved the Zainab case, I was asked by the European Union to come to the assembly and deliver a lecture about Zainab case, how it was solved. I was invited by the European Union in Brussels, 45-minute presentation. At the end of the presentation, they want me to write MOU with them, sign up a MOU so they can send people for training to PFSA. But then we were in the process, COVID happened, and then just that was gone. So now we are reviving this same relationship again. It will also provide awareness and training sessions to law enforcement agencies and security agencies. The PFSA area, covered area, lab area is about 170,000 square feet. The training laboratory is 160,000 square feet. And this is the picture of the, as you can see the landscape. The building started the same time I started landscaping. You see the mature trees. This is all front view of training lab. This is the Center of Forensic Sciences, Punjab Forensic Science Agency. Tree. This is on the right is a PFSA, and left is a trade lab connected with a bridge. This is our mosque, which was built on our contribution. There is no money from the government. This is the inside view of training laboratory. That's training laboratory. So this is actually a total. It's called Punjab Science Enclave. So this is as you can see, this is a gate, and this is PFSA. This is a training lab, and this is BAFTA. So there is no private place around here. This is all now, it's a government. International high-profile cases. Police shooting case in Cleveland, Ohio. The police, 3 people were killed by police at the 2 labs in USA. They have a difference of opinion in the lab. I was called by the Attorney General, case sent to PFSA. Our report was used in Superior Court of Ohio. Scotland Yard murder case, couple of murder cases came from Scotland, and we got letter for convictions of life imprisonment. Triple murder case in Norway. That was another case. Norway, 3 people were killed in Pakistan, Norwegian citizens, and they didn't know about the PFSA. The Norwegian embassy called the crime scene from Oslo. They processed the crime scene. They went back. After 3 months, ambassador from Norway visited the PFSA, and he visited the lab, and he said, "We did not have this kind of facility in any place. So can you help us?" Even it was 3 months old, our crime scene people visited the crime scene area. We were able to recover bullets embedded from the walls, cigarette butts, chewing gum, and evidence was analyzed and report was issued. Those people were implicated, and a judge, prosecutor, defense counsel visited PFSA, spent half a day with me, went back to try the case, and all 3 were convicted, life imprisonment. I got the letter from there. Murder case from Italy, Saudi Arabia, paternity case, Egypt, paternity case, Russia. There are several. I just put few of them. High-profile cases, Kasur rape case, junior rape and murder case, motorway gang case, Quetta blast, 174 lives were killed. And in that case, I went myself to the crime scene in Quetta, and we were able to find even a handler. That was the first case. And after that, 35 different ammunition factories were discovered because of our work. Data Darbar case, Asma murder case, Sanapur Chachiba case, Anandpur Sharkia, where 350 bodies burnt beyond recognition were each and every body was identified. PI aeroplane crash, 45 bodies were identified. Sakhar train incident, burnt bodies were identified. Comments of the international community. These are few comments. I put that into this presentation. Theresa May, Prime Minister of United Kingdom, she spent half day visiting PFSA. A very impressive facility, which I am sure will lead to the resolution of more crimes, particularly of the terrorism offensive. Sajid Javed, British Home Secretary, a very impressive facility, brings huge benefits to the people of Punjab. Sajid is from next village to me. His uncle used to teach us in a high school. Italian ambassador, thank you for very, very impressive visit. PFS is truly world-class establishment with an outstanding staff, really unique. Julian Slater from Australian Federal Police. Left his remarkable achievement. The benefits to the people of Pakistan will be immense. Congratulations. We look forward to working with you. Terry Gilbert, defense attorney. He is one of the top-notch criminal defense attorney USA. Did very huge, big cases. He visited the lab. The tour of PFSA was the highlight of my short trip. I can't tell you how impressed I am with what you have been able to accomplish in building this state-of-the-art facility. I can only hope that the other branches of the system, including the law enforcement community and the courts, appreciate how fortunate Pakistan is to have such a wonderful facility that puts to shame most of the labs around the world, including those in my own country. Tim Shelwell from FBI. I was amazed at the scope of the project. You are a model for the world. Look forward to hearing about for all your future successes. Campbell McGee from Interpol France. Fantastic facility, the best I have seen. Rajan Baldwin, Scotland Yard Laboratory Director. We will give up everything, anything to have this kind of facility for Scotland Yard. Garth Glassberg, Executive Director, Northeastern Illinois Regional Crime Lab, Chicago. He's in this field for last 50 years. The tour of the facility illustrated the immense capabilities of PFSA. The number of cases exceeding 100,000 per year was impressive. Indeed, the capabilities of staff were nothing short of amazing. I don't know of one laboratory that can do what is done at PFSA outside the FBI laboratory. This is a world-class operation. It is clear to seeing the professionals of staff and the management. PFSA is top-notch, and this is due to the people involved in the whole process, from evidence acceptance to upper management. I talked to several of the section supervisors, all of whom are proud and enthusiastic. Entrepreneurship, Interpol France, impressive facility. The best forensic institute I visited. The rest of the world must know the existence of this institute. These are some of the pictures of the landscape. These are wildlife. They just wander around in the bushes. This is the picture. This is the rose garden. This is all wildlife in PFSA. All these plants planted by me, there was nothing, not a single bush in the area. I have planted 750 plants, and there are orchards also. Though dates or Ajwa dates, I started from the seed. Pine trees were never in Lahore. I started that. There are 200 pine trees in PFSA. Now the PHA start planting trees around Lahore. Thank you very much. Hello? Hello?
Dr.
Gigi,
Zach?
thank you, sir.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we're here. We're all here, sir.
Yes, Dr. Sarwat, you can start as a panelist, please.
Sir, the reason we could not respond to your hello was that we were all speechless on your presentation, mashallah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, without wasting too much time. First of all, I think labs like you and people like you should be the identity of Pakistan rather than the identity that the Western press has given us. My quick questions are, how do you resist influence of people, corrupt politicians and the powerful people? Number one. Number two, can you kindly explain how you solved one of the famous cases, maybe Zainab case, because we are very inquisitive.
Okay.
So these are the two questions.
First question, how I resist. Number one, when I was called by the Chief Minister in 2000, I was called by the police at that time. I wrote PC1 for that, and I did not agree with what they want. And so I came back. In 1998, Chief Minister visited Scotland Yard. He wanted to visit built the lab. They gave my Scotland Yard, gave my name, said you have your, he contacted me. So when I went to Pakistan, he says, built the lab. I said, no, we have to have a meeting. So we meeting, and I set up conditions. I said, if I have to build, I will design myself. You will architect sit with me, and I will not charge any consultancy. 2.5 years I did consultancy free. Every 4 weeks I used to go fly from here to Lahore and spend 2 weeks. You know who will give me every 4 weeks, 2 weeks in any job? I was executive director here, but I have a very good relation with the department. Either I will leave or just give me that. So they agreed, okay, just keep both jobs. So actually I spent half of my time in Lahore for 2.5 years when I kept my job at Cleveland. So hire fire I did. Training will be done in USA and you will pay for that. Punjab will bear the expenses. Scientists will be paid reasonable stipend during training, and salary I will fix. No political influence will be on me. No bureaucratic or your family. I will set up the salary structure, no retention of the old staff. I will not keep a single person from the old laboratory staff. These were successes because I had, let me tell you, you can visit us and you will ask people. I never allow any politician to come into the laboratory in 11 years. Anybody who I will talk with. The other thing is why I was successful. Most people make a mistake. They go and they ask favors. Nobody can tell I have asked a single favor for myself to anybody. Once I ask favor, they go, I open the door. So I never ask a favor and I never do favors. And then politicians were not allowed. The bureaucracy only runs on favors, fast. And they all know now. First 6 months was hard. Now everybody knows. They say, no, we can't tell them anything. Even in the previous government, 2 MPAs family was involved in a rape case. I treated them the same way and they complained to Chief Minister. Chief Minister told him, he didn't ask me, but the secretary told me that your complaint was made, but Chief Minister said, no, I have nothing to do with that lab. I can't talk to this person at all. Whatever is done, it's done right. So these are the things that I set up rules to begin with, and I was very stringent. And then the quality assurance and the integrity is very important. I have set up a quality assurance system in such a way if something is going to go bad or something, it will be pointed out at some place and we will know. We catch people, so many people, evidence bring again, fake evidence, everything. Then we say, okay, let it happen, and then we'll catch it. And then we catch. Police was the biggest thing. For example, database, firearm. If one gun is recovered, for example, from you, and same gun is put it on different other people to make a fake case. They don't know when evidence comes to us. We know when this evidence was examined by us in such and such a date in such and such a case. What I do in the cases, one time I took 133 cases which were fake cases. I took it to the Chief Justice of Pakistan. And then 83 police investigation officers were terminated. So I directly deal with the Chief Justice. I go to him and talk to him, because this is what happened. So the other thing was the Zainab case. Zainab case, I would ask if you can, maybe we can, it will take maybe a couple of hours. Maybe we can start, I don't have slides, I can show you each and everything, how strategy was made. If we can postpone that, that will be my request. Otherwise, it will be just, you tell me what you want to. Hello?
My other question is, sir, thank you. Thank you very much for a good answer. My other question is, do you have any personal security? Because
Yes,
there must be a lot of people after you.
Yes, I have. I have full security like chief at home, as well as I have a full squad when I go outside. I have a full squad with me, 5 people behind me. So I have a security.
My last question, sir, my last question is, are you preparing anyone to take over from you when you must not be around?
Yes, I have Dr. Amjad, who was working for me here in the United States, and I have him. He is with me. He worked with me for 18 years in the US, and now he's there for the last 7 years. Right now, I'm here for 3 months. He's taking care of that. He is my next man. And the retention, couple of things, because the retention, how do we retain our, because right now, our scientists are equally good as any scientist in any lab in the United States. US has hired our 2 people right now with the family, and green card was given with the, because, you know, I was here. To train one forensic scientist in US, it cost $1 million and 3-year training. So what they do is they know PFSA, they hire a person, and the person starts working in the lab in a third day, in 1 week, because he takes proficiency and then start working. But when we hire here, it has to go for a training for 2 to 3 years or 1.5 years. He will not do any work. Then we start working. They save time and money. So they too hire scientists this year, hired Saudi Arabia hired, but I don't worry because I have a setup such a way. If it's not like 1 to 10 people leave, then I will close the door. No, because it is continuous training, continuous hiring, and in Pakistan or India, I have one thing that people, if I know running of one equipment, I'm not going to teach you. That's my security. In PFSA, that's not done. If there are 50 people in one department, everybody must know the functioning of every piece of equipment. That's a mandatory.
Thank you, sir.
So these are the things. There are certain things which I have kept, and the salary, for example, when I started the 2010, salary was 80,000 for the scientist. At that time, Home Secretary was making 60. Home Secretary asked me that they are making. I said they are scientists. He said, who I said, you guys are clerk. He didn't like it. I said, but you know, we are scientists. You just sign on the paper. What is your expertise? So they were paid 80,000. Then I revised that thing, 150. Then came up to 250. Now I revised before I came. I got another revision. Our scientists are paid 350,000 rupees per month and 10% increment every year. And that's the basic scientist. Then the supervisor, 500,000. So they're highly paid people. And that's why we retain. And right now, retention is a problem, but I'm not happy, but it cannot cripple us because the system is there. Know-how is there. And the other thing is, a lot of people come to us. They are confessed that we have murdered this guy. I mean, then we say, no, he's not done it. I talked to them, oh, you have done it. He said, I done it. And look at that people. I can tell you cases next time if we have a chance. By case, the person confessed and we exonerated him because of fear of police. Lot of cases, we have capability, even tempering of evidence. We can tell us if they're tempered. Now they don't do. Reports are written on a special security paper with security features. Our report paper comes from security printing press where our currency is printed. There are hidden features. Only 1 page, we can issue a report original. We can't issue another report, there will be certified copy. And if, for example, the paper, let's say, made a mistake on original security paper, that paper has to be discarded. No, it can't be discarded. It has to be kept in the record, and at the audit, internal audit, that has to be shown that this paper, this number page was not used, and this was a mistake. So they have to be kept forever. So discoverable. What did happen to this page? So there's so many quality assurance. To understand our quality assurance system is about, takes about 2 weeks just to understand how nitty-gritty. That's why the report is credible. Right now, there is zero tolerance for anything that done. So far, as I mentioned, in 11 years, I have fired more than 150 people. Nobody came back, even though they went to Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court, most of the judges personally know about the PFSA. They personally know me. they just dismiss the case right there. We know that agency, they have zero tolerance. So that's what I take care of that way. So any other questions? Yeah, you.
So I may take a few questions if you
Okay.
allow me,
Sure.
Dr. Uday. So thank you very much. I mean, it really talks about your mindset, the vision you had, and the passion you had, and on the top, perfect execution. And may Allah reward you for that. My question is basically, are you thinking of digitalization or converting this paperwork to the softwares?
We are in the process. We are in the
Yeah.
process.
The
Actually,
other question,
there's a laboratory management system like you guys have medical system. There is
Right.
in USA there is only one or two companies, but that's not off the shelf. You have to. I hired one company here to make a system, laboratory management system. They work for 4 years. 4 years. They work for 4 years, and they cannot deliver what we saw. So we start building ourselves. It took us 2 years. Now it is self-made. Our scientists made that. Within 6 months, that will be exactly what we want, and we can give it to the other labs also. That's we built ourselves.
so the other question, I mean, Dr. asked already the question I was thinking of, especially the political pressure, but you answered very well. Thank you. Would you be interested, for example, the cases like Dr. Imran Khan's case, for example, where
We
he
have
was
the case. Every case comes to us. I have
If
everything.
that comes to us, or you guys can take on your own?
Pardon?
Would you be able, I mean, are you allowed to jump on such a sensitive case, or you will tackle only if it's brought to you?
The cases comes to us, police brings the case. Or nobody can bring. There are 3 agencies: court, prosecution, and police department. These are the only 3 agencies they can bring. But I cannot talk to right now because it's in the case in the court. It is a very lengthy case. In future, maybe sometime, I could tell you exactly what happened, how we solved the cases. All these fire, when they put the building paper, our report was against the government.
Thank you. Thank you. No, wonderful. Thank you.
So,
Sir, I have one last question, if I may. Sorry, I know the time is
yes,
going,
yes.
and that is, are you writing a book for the?
No time for book, maybe. I want to come back. They don't let me come back because my family is still here. I was allowed to come here five times a year. That's how I manage. It's a family's also contribution for this task. But I wanted to come back. I resigned this before I came here. The government did not accept, and they say, okay, we will give you 3 months with pay. You can go and come back. Then I may spend maybe 4 or 5 months. Then I would like to come back.
No, I mean the book for the scientific courses and the curriculum and syllabus.
Didn't think about. People tell me just like yourself. But maybe when I come back, maybe I'll think about that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mohammad Ashraf Tahir. What an amazing story and enlightenment and encouragement, as well as, we all can definitely learn from your expertise, as well as learn from your work ethics, I would say. I think our time is a little over, and we try to be mindful of the time of our speakers as well as the participants. So I would like to again thank you on behalf of APPNA MERIT.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And for taking time from your busy schedule to do this webinar. And thank you to all the participants and all the panelists, and of course the technical team by Waleed and his colleagues who've been working behind the scenes to make sure that we have these wonderful series of webinar. So please be on the lookout. We will come back to you with another webinar in about 2 weeks from now. Not about 2, but exactly in 2 weeks from now. the same time, same place. So we'll see you then, inshallah. Until then, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, and we'll meet again in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Professor Tahir, so nice of you. Thank you.
Sir.